Tonight, before you scroll away or turn off the lights, I want you to pause for just a moment and ask yourself something very honest. How strong do your legs really feel these days? Not how they looked 10 or 20 years ago, but right now. When you stand up from a chair, do you feel steady or do you need a second to find your balance? When you climb stairs, do your legs feel powerful or heavy and tired? And when you lie down at night, do you ever notice aching calves, restless legs, or a deep weakness that just wasn't there before? If you're over 60, this isn't a personal failure. It's a signal. And tonight, I want to share something that could quietly change how your legs feel when you wake up tomorrow morning. Most people think leg strength is only built in the gym during the day, with exercise and effort. But here's the truth that almost no one talks about. Some of the most important repair, rebuilding, and strengthening of your legs happens while you sleep. And what you give your body before bed can either support that process or completely block it. That's why today we're talking about 3 specific nighttime vitamins that can support stronger legs after 60. Inspired by the natural health principles often shared by Barbara O'Neill, this isn't about hype or quick fixes. This is about working with your body's natural rhythms, especially at night when healing is meant to happen. Now, let me be clear. I'm not here to promise miracles. I'm here to help you understand how your body actually works as you age and how small, consistent choices in the evening can make a real difference over time. If you've been feeling weaker, less stable, or more fatigued in your legs, I want you to keep listening. Because one of these nighttime nutrients is often missing in people over 60, and most don't even realize it as we age. Our muscles don't just shrink because we move less. They weaken because the communication between nerves and muscles becomes less efficient. Minerals don't get absorbed as well, and nighttime repair slows down. Your legs, being the largest muscle groups in the body, feel this first. Thighs, calves, hips, and even the small stabilizing muscles around your knees and ankles all depend on proper nutrition to repair microdamage that happens during the day. Without the right nutrients at night, that repair simply doesn't happen properly. The first nighttime vitamin I want to talk about is magnesium. And if you've heard about magnesium before, don't tune out. Because most people misunderstand how and when it actually works best. Magnesium is deeply involved in muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, and energy production during the day. Your muscles contract. At night, they're supposed to fully relax and recover. But if magnesium levels are low, muscles stay tight, nerves stay irritated, and blood flow is reduced. That's why so many people over 60 experience nighttime leg cramps, restless legs, or that deep aching sensation that keeps them awake.
What?
Important here is timing. Taking magnesium at night supports the body when it's naturally shifting into repair mode. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system, allowing muscles to release tension. When muscles relax properly, circulation improves. When circulation improves, nutrients and oxygen can reach muscle tissue more effectively. That's when true strengthening begins. Not during movement, but during rest. Many older adults don't absorb magnesium from food as efficiently as they used to. Digestive changes, medications, and even stress can lower magnesium levels. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are good sources. But for many people over 60, diet alone isn't enough. When magnesium is low, muscles don't rebuild well, and legs feel weak, shaky, or fatigued. Supporting magnesium at night can help legs feel more stable, less tense, and more responsive over time. Now, here's something important. Magnesium isn't a stimulant. It doesn't force your body to do anything. It simply gives your muscles and nerves what they need to do what they were designed to do naturally. That's why it fits so well into a nighttime routine. Many people even notice improved sleep, which further supports muscle recovery, and better sleep means better leg strength the next day. Everything is connected. The second nighttime vitamin I want to talk about is vitamin D. And yes, I know vitamin D is often associated with sunshine and daytime, but its role in muscle strength goes far beyond that. Vitamin D plays a critical role in muscle function, balance, and coordination. Without enough vitamin D, muscles don't respond properly to nerve signals. This is especially dangerous in the legs because it increases the risk of weakness and falls. After 60, the skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight. Even if you spend time outdoors, your levels may still be low. And here's the part most people don't realize. Vitamin D is involved in nighttime muscle repair because it helps regulate calcium movement into muscle cells. Calcium isn't just about bones. It's essential for muscle contraction and strength. Vitamin D helps make sure calcium gets to where it's needed. When vitamin D is low, muscles weaken, especially in the lower body. You might notice difficulty standing from a seated position, climbing stairs, or maintaining balance. Taking vitamin D earlier in the day works for some people, but many find that taking it in the evening with a small amount of healthy fat helps with absorption and supports overnight repair processes. This is something often emphasized in holistic health discussions. Timing and consistency matter more than large doses. Strong legs aren't just about muscle size. They're about coordination, nerve response, and bone support working together. Vitamin D supports all three. Over time, maintaining healthy vitamin D levels can help legs feel more powerful and responsive, especially when combined with gentle movement during the day and proper rest at night. Now let's talk about the third nighttime vitamin, and this one surprises a lot of people: vitamin B12. This is one of the most overlooked nutrients when it comes to leg strength. After 60, vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health. Without healthy nerves, muscles simply don't receive clear signals. Imagine trying to turn on a light with faulty wiring. The bulb might be fine, but the signal doesn't get through properly. As we age, stomach acid levels often decrease. This makes it harder to absorb vitamin B12 from food. Even people who eat animal products can become deficient without realizing it. One of the earliest signs of low B12 is weakness or numbness in the legs, tingling in the feet, poor balance, or a feeling that your legs just don't respond the way they used to. At night, your nervous system goes into maintenance mode. This is when nerve cells repair and regenerate. Providing adequate vitamin B12 supports this process. Strong nerve signals mean better muscle coordination, improved balance, and more confident movement during the day. This is crucial for preventing falls and maintaining independence. What's important to understand is that leg strength isn't just about muscle fibers. It's about communication. Your brain sends signals down your spinal cord, through nerves, into your legs. If that pathway is compromised, strength suffers. Vitamin B12 helps protect and maintain that pathway. Over time, supporting B12 levels can help legs feel more responsive, stable, and strong. Now, I want to slow down here and make something very clear. These nighttime vitamins are not magic pills. They don't replace movement, hydration, or good nutrition during the day, but they do support the body when it's doing its most important repair work. Think of them as building materials. If you don't provide the materials, the body can't rebuild, no matter how much rest you get. One of the biggest mistakes people make after 60 is ignoring nighttime recovery. They focus on what they eat for breakfast, what supplements they take in the morning, and what exercises they do during the day. But nighttime is when growth hormone is released, tissues repair, and muscles adapt. If your body is missing key nutrients during that window, recovery is incomplete. This is why so many people say things like, I exercise, but I'm still getting weaker. Or I eat well, but my legs feel heavy. The missing piece is often nighttime support, magnesium to relax and restore muscles, vitamin D to support muscle function and bone strength, and vitamin B12 to protect nerve communication. Together, they create an environment where your legs can actually rebuild. Let me also say this: consistency matters more than perfection. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to take massive doses. Small, steady support over time is what the body responds to best. Your body is incredibly intelligent. It just needs the right tools. If you're watching this and thinking, this sounds like me, I want you to know you're not alone. Many people over 60 quietly accept leg weakness as inevitable. It's not. Aging changes the body, yes, but decline is not automatic. Support, awareness, and timing make a difference. And here's something else that often gets overlooked. Hydration, minerals like magnesium and vitamins like B12 work best when the body is properly hydrated. Even mild dehydration can worsen muscle cramps and weakness. So supporting your legs at night also means paying attention to water intake earlier in the evening without overdoing it right before bed. I also want to gently remind you that if you're on medications or have health conditions, it's always wise to discuss supplements with a qualified health professional. Natural does not mean careless. Wisdom means working with your body, not against it. As we wrap up, I want you to imagine this. You wake up in the morning, place your feet on the floor, and stand up without hesitation. Your legs feel steadier, you walk with more confidence, you feel less fear of falling and more trust in your body. That doesn't happen overnight, but it starts with small intentional choices like supporting your body at night. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, I invite you to like it, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're here to talk honestly about health, aging, and how to stay strong naturally. And before you go, let me know in the comments, have you been experiencing leg weakness, cramps, or balance issues at night? Your experience might help someone else feel less alone. Take care of your legs. They carry you through life. And remember, healing doesn't stop at 60. Sometimes it just needs a little nighttime support. Let's continue, because there's something very important we haven't talked about yet. And this might be the part that really makes everything click for you. One of the reasons nighttime support is so powerful after 6 is because your body's repair hormones peak while you sleep. Growth hormone, which sounds like something only teenagers need, is actually critical for muscle repair at any age. After 60, growth hormone naturally declines, which means your muscles don't rebuild as efficiently as they once did. Your legs, being constantly used during the day, rely heavily on this nighttime repair window if the nutrients aren't there. The signal to rebuild gets weaker and weaker. This is why some people notice that no matter how much they walk, their legs don't seem to get stronger anymore. Walking is good, movement is essential, but without proper nighttime recovery, the muscles never fully adapt. They just stay in survival mode. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system so growth hormone can be released properly. Vitamin D supports muscle receptors so they respond to repair signals. Vitamin B12 ensures nerve pathways stay clear so muscles actually receive those signals. This is a chain reaction, and breaking any one link weakens the entire system. Another thing many people over 60 experience is inflammation in the legs, even if they don't call it that. Achy knees, stiff hips, sore calves, or a deep heaviness in the thighs are often signs of low-grade inflammation. At night, the body tries to calm inflammation and repair tissue damage. Magnesium plays a role here by helping muscles relax and reducing nerve irritation. Vitamin D supports immune balance, which directly affects inflammation levels. When inflammation stays high, muscles don't rebuild. And weakness slowly creeps in. Now let's talk about balance for a moment. Because leg strength isn't just about power, it's about control. Many falls don't happen because the legs are too weak in a simple sense. They happen because the muscles don't respond quickly enough. That delay is often neurological. Vitamin B12 becomes critical here. When B12 is low, the nerves that control fine movements in your feet and ankles don't fire properly. You might not notice it at first, but over time, it shows up as poor balance, dragging feet, or hesitation when stepping. Nighttime is when your nervous system performs maintenance. Supporting B12 during this time helps preserve that delicate communication system. This is especially important if you've noticed tingling, numbness, or a pins and needles feeling in your feet at night. These are early warning signs, not something to ignore. I also want to talk about something emotional for a moment, because leg weakness affects more than just muscles. It affects confidence. When your legs don't feel reliable, you start limiting yourself. You go out less, you move less, you avoid stairs, you sit more, and the less you move, the weaker your legs become. It's a quiet cycle that happens too. Many people without them even realizing it. Nighttime support helps break that cycle from the inside out. When your legs feel better in the morning, you move more during the day. When you move more during the day, your muscles receive positive stress. When you then support recovery at night, strength slowly returns. It's not dramatic, it's gradual, but it's real. Now let me address a very common concern. Some people worry about taking supplements at night because they fear it might interfere with sleep. When chosen correctly, these nutrients actually support better sleep. Magnesium, especially, is known for its calming effect on the nervous system. Many people report fewer nighttime awakenings and deeper rest. Better sleep alone can significantly improve muscle strength over time, because poor sleep directly weakens muscles and slows repair. Vitamin D, when taken in reasonable amounts and with food, generally does not disrupt sleep for most people. In fact, balanced vitamin D levels are associated with better overall sleep quality. Vitamin B12 can be energizing for some people. So, the timing and form matter. Some prefer taking it earlier in the evening rather than right before bed. The key is listening to your body and adjusting gently. And this brings me to another important point. Your body gives feedback. If you start supporting it properly, it will tell you, you might notice fewer leg cramps at night. You might wake up feeling less stiff. You might feel more stable when standing up. These are signs the system is responding. Don't ignore them. They're encouraging signals. I also want to emphasize that these nutrients work best as part of a lifestyle, not in isolation. Gentle strength exercises during the day, like standing from a chair repeatedly, slow, controlled walking, or light stretching, send a message to your body that these muscles are needed. Nighttime nutrition then supports the rebuilding of those muscles. Movement sends the signal. Nutrients provide the materials. Sleep completes the process. One more thing that often gets overlooked is protein intake in the evening. I'm not saying eat a heavy meal before bed, but the body does use amino acids at night for repair, combined with magnesium, vitamin D, and B12. Adequate protein supports muscle maintenance. This is especially important for the legs, which contain a large portion of your body's muscle mass. Now let me gently address expectations. Stronger legs after 60 doesn't mean running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It means standing confidently, walking without fear, climbing stairs with less effort, and maintaining independence. Those are powerful goals, and they are absolutely achievable for many people with the right support. If you've been told that weakness is just part of getting older, I want you to question that. Aging changes the rules, yes, but it doesn't eliminate progress. It just requires smarter strategies. Nighttime support is one of those strategies. Before we finish, I want you to think about your own evenings. What does your nighttime routine look like? Is it rushed, stressful, and exhausting? Or is it calm and supportive? The body responds to rhythm. Creating a consistent nighttime routine, even something simple, signals safety to the nervous system. And when the nervous system feels safe, repair happens more efficiently. If this conversation has resonated with you, stay with this channel. We talk about health in a way that respects your experience and your body's wisdom. Share this video with someone who struggles with leg weakness or balance issues. Sometimes the most helpful thing we can do is pass along information that gives someone hope. And remember this as you go to bed tonight. Your body wants to heal. Your muscles want to rebuild. Your legs want to be strong. Sometimes all they need is the right support at the right time. Let's keep going, because now I want to bring all of this together in a way that feels practical, reassuring, and empowering for you. One of the biggest misunderstandings about aging is the idea that the body just gives up. In reality, the body never stops trying to adapt. What changes after 60 is how much support it needs and how clearly it receives signals. Your legs, especially, are constantly responding to signals from your brain, your hormones, your nutrients, and your daily habits. When those signals are weak or confusing, strength fades. When they're clear and consistent, strength can return. Nighttime is when the body listens most carefully. During the day, your system is busy responding to stress, movement, digestion, and mental demands. At night, distractions fade. Repair crews come out, cells clean up damage, rebuild tissue, and reset communication pathways. This is why what you give your body before sleep matters so much more than most people realize. Let's talk about something very real that many people over 60 feel but rarely say out loud. Fear. Fear of falling. Fear of becoming dependent. Fear of losing mobility. These fears often start with subtle leg weakness, a wobble, a stumble, a moment of hesitation, and once fear enters the picture, the body tightens, muscles stay tense, movement becomes guarded. That tension actually makes weakness worse. That magnesium plays a role here that goes beyond muscles. It helps calm the nervous system. When the nervous system relaxes, muscles release unnecessary tension. That alone can improve movement and stability. A relaxed muscle responds faster and more accurately than a tense one. This is why supporting relaxation at night can lead to better control during the day. Vitamin D adds another layer of protection. It doesn't just support muscles and bones separately. It helps them work together. Strong legs need strong bones to anchor into. When vitamin D is low, the body struggles to maintain that connection. Over time, this can affect posture, gait, and confidence in movement. Supporting vitamin D levels helps reinforce that foundation. And then there's vitamin B12 quietly working. Behind the scenes, healthy nerves are what allow you to react quickly if you trip, adjust your step, or catch yourself. Without clear nerve signals, even strong muscles can't respond in time. Nighttime is when nerve insulation and repair happen. This is why B12 is so important in the evening, especially for anyone who notices numbness, burning, or weakness in the legs or feet. I want to also talk about consistency, because this is where most people lose hope too soon. The body doesn't rebuild overnight, but it does respond reliably to steady input. Think of it like watering a plant. You don't flood it once and expect it to thrive forever. You water it gently and regularly. Nighttime nutrients work the same way. Small, consistent support creates long-term change. You might not notice dramatic results in the first week. What you may notice is subtle, fewer cramps, less stiffness in the morning, slightly better balance. Don't dismiss these signs. They're the beginning of improvement. The body whispers before it shouts. Now let's address something that often gets people confused. Dosage. More is not better. The body needs balance. Excessive amounts can actually interfere with absorption and regulation. The goal is to support natural processes, not overwhelm them. This is why holistic health approaches emphasize moderation and listening to the body rather than chasing high numbers. Another important piece is digestion. After 60 digestion changes, stomach acid levels drop, enzyme production slows. This affects how well you absorb nutrients like magnesium and B12, supporting digestion through calm eating, proper hydration, and simple meals in the evening helps these nutrients do their job. Eating heavy, processed foods late at night can block absorption and interfere with sleep, which undermines everything we've talked about. Let me also touch on posture, because leg strength doesn't exist in isolation. Poor posture places extra strain on the legs. When the spine is misaligned, muscles have to compensate. At night, when muscles finally relax, the body tries to reset alignment. Adequate magnesium helps muscles release chronic tension, allowing better posture over time. This indirectly supports leg strength by reducing unnecessary workload. I also want to say something encouraging. It's never too late to start. I've seen people in their 70s and even 80s regain stability and confidence by supporting nighttime recovery and making gentle daytime movement a habit. The body doesn't care about your age, it cares about what it receives consistently. If you've been inactive due to pain or fear, nighttime support becomes even more important. When movement is limited, muscles rely more heavily on nutrition to maintain strength. Magnesium helps prevent further muscle tightness. Preserve muscle and bone integrity. Vitamin B12 helps maintain nerve health even when activity is reduced. Now imagine this scenario. You support your body at night, you sleep more deeply, you wake up feeling slightly better, you move a little more during the day. That movement sends positive signals to your muscles at night. You support recovery again. This upward cycle builds slowly but steadily. And one day, You realize you're not thinking about your legs as much anymore. They're just doing their job. That's real success. Not dramatic transformation, but quiet restoration. Before we close this part, I want to invite you to reflect. On your own experience, have you noticed nighttime leg cramps, restless legs, tingling feet, morning stiffness? These are not random annoyances. They are messages. The body is asking for support. Listening early makes the journey much easier. If this message is helping you see your body differently, let me know by engaging with the video. Your comments and likes help this information reach others who need it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider joining our community. We're here to talk honestly about health, aging, and strength without fear or false promises. In the next part, I'll share how to gently integrate these nighttime supports into a simple evening routine that feels calming, not overwhelming, and how to avoid the common mistakes that stop people from seeing results. Let's finish this in a calm, practical way, because knowledge only becomes powerful when it fits into real life. I want you to picture your evening, not as the end of the day, but as the beginning of recovery. After 60, this shift in mindset is everything. The body doesn't rebuild when it's rushed, stressed, or overstimulated. It rebuilds when it feels safe, supported, and consistent. That's where a gentle nighttime routine becomes one of the most underrated tools for stronger legs. Start with simplicity. You don't need a complicated schedule or a cabinet full of supplements. What matters most is regularity. When your body expects support at the same time each evening, it responds more efficiently. Magnesium, for example, works best when the nervous system is already winding down. Dim lights, quieter surroundings, and slower breathing help it do its job. This isn't about perfection. It's about signaling to your body that it's time to repair. Vitamin D, when taken consistently, with a small amount of healthy fat, supports muscle and bone communication through the night. This could be as simple as taking it with your evening meal. Over time, this supports leg strength by reinforcing the foundation your muscles depend on. Remember, muscles pull on bones. If that connection is weak, strength is limited. Vitamin D helps keep that system working smoothly. Vitamin B12 fits into this routine as quiet insurance for your nerves. If you've noticed weakness, tingling, or poor balance, B12 support is especially important. Some people prefer taking it earlier in the evening so it doesn't feel stimulating close to bedtime. The goal is to support nerve repair while still allowing deep, restful sleep. One mistake many people make is expecting instant results. The body needs time to rebuild. Think in weeks, not days. Strength after 60 is built through patience. Every night you support recovery, you're making a small deposit into your future mobility. Those deposits add up. Another common mistake is ignoring stress. Chronic stress tightens muscles, depletes magnesium, disrupts sleep, and interferes with nerve repair. Even the best nutrients can't fully overcome constant tension. This is why calming activities in the evening matter. Gentle stretching, slow breathing, prayer, meditation, or quiet reflection all help the nervous system shift into healing mode. When the mind calms, the legs often follow. I also want to touch on something very practical: footwear and daily habits. What you do during the day affects how your legs recover at night. Shoes that don't support your feet properly strain leg muscles and joints. Long periods of sitting reduce circulation. These things don't cancel out nighttime support, but they can slow progress. Gentle awareness during the day helps nighttime repair work more effectively. Let's talk about warning signs, because awareness prevents setbacks. If leg pain worsens, if numbness spreads, or if weakness progresses rapidly, that's not something to ignore. Natural support works best when paired with medical awareness. The goal is not to avoid doctors, but to work intelligently alongside professional care. Now, I want to end with something deeply important. Your legs are not just muscles and bones. They represent independence, freedom, and dignity. Being able to stand, walk, and move confidently affects every part of life. Supporting your legs is not vanity. It's self-respect. If you've spent years taking care of others, This is your reminder that your body deserves care too. Nighttime support is a quiet act of kindness toward yourself. It says, I'm not done. I still want to move, explore, and live fully. If this series has helped you feel more hopeful about your strength after 60, please let me know in the comments. Share what you've been experiencing and what you're going to try. Your story may encourage someone else who feels stuck or afraid. And if you're new here, subscribe to the channel. We focus on natural, practical ways to support health as we age without fear, pressure, or unrealistic promises. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, remember this: healing doesn't retire. Strength doesn't have an expiration date. Sometimes it just needs the right support at the right time.